God has an urgent message for you today. You've been summoned to the biggest court in existence, and your name has appeared on a divine list that requires immediate attention. This isn't an ordinary legal matter. It's a heavenly summons from the Supreme Judge of the universe calling you to account. Your spiritual record is being reviewed at this very moment, and time is running short. This divine court doesn't operate on human schedules, and your case could be called at any moment. This message comes with love to prepare you for the judgment that awaits every soul. As you hear these words, know that the Almighty Judge sees everything written in your life's book. It's normal to feel anxiety or fear when you learn about this divine summons, but remember that you're being warned with deep compassion. This court appearance is your opportunity to clear spiritual debts and restore divine harmony in your life. You're receiving this message because there's still time to prepare your case before the judge calls your name. Even when facing heavenly judgment feels overwhelming, trust that this warning is a blessing, because knowing about your summons gives you precious time to put your spiritual affairs in order. Those who enter the courtroom unprepared face a harder judgment than those who have made things right beforehand. This divine notice is your chance to address what needs to be fixed in your life. As you think about this heavenly court appearance, take time to understand what's happening in the spiritual realm. Just like earthly courts keep records of all legal matters, heaven maintains a perfect record of every soul's journey. Your name has appeared now because certain accounts in your spiritual ledger require review. Some pages show promises you've made to God but haven't kept. Other pages record gifts and blessings you've received but never acknowledged. There may be entries showing harm you've caused others without making amends, or talents you've buried instead of using for good. This divine court summons isn't meant to destroy you, but to realign your soul with its highest purpose. Just like a financial audit identifies discrepancies that need correction, this spiritual review reveals areas needing attention before they grow into bigger problems. The judge isn't eager to punish, but to restore balance to your spiritual accounts. Every soul must eventually stand before this court, but you've been blessed with advance notice. This warning gives you the chance to begin spiritual reconciliation before your case is called. This court summons is a critical spiritual checkpoint in your journey. It's a time for you to gather your courage and prepare to stand before perfect justice with an open heart. Face this message with sober reflection, knowing that while the judgment is certain, mercy is always available to those who sincerely seek it. There's a divine plan unfolding in this process, revealing exactly what needs healing in your life. This heavenly legal proceeding might seem frightening, but see it as an opportunity to clear spiritual debts that have been weighing you down. Every case brought before this court becomes a chance to release burdens you've carried for too long. When concerns about judgment arise, reach out in prayer for guidance. The Judge of all creation is always ready to provide wisdom about how to prepare for your court appearance. In your prayers, you'll find the spiritual legal counsel you need to navigate this divine judicial process. Those who approach this court with humility discover that mercy tempers justice in ways they never expected. Your honest self-examination. How can transform your experience when you stand before the throne? As we've discussed this important spiritual summons, I'd like to help prepare you for future divine warnings as well. If these messages about heavenly judgment resonate with your spirit, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more urgent spiritual alerts meant to protect and guide your soul. Pay attention to spiritual signs confirming your court summons is real. These aren't coincidences, but divine evidence sent to alert you about your pending case. As you move through your days, notice unusual spiritual sensitivity or sudden remembrances of past mistakes. You might experience recurring dreams about being called to account, unexpected encounters with spiritual messages about judgment, or finding yourself repeatedly drawn to teachings about divine justice. You might feel an unexplainable urgency to make things right with people you've wronged, or experience a growing awareness of patterns in your life that don't align with spiritual laws. These aren't random happenings. They're heaven's way of preparing you. Trust those inner nudges prompting you to examine your spiritual standing. That persistent thought about needing to change isn't just your imagination, it's divine notification about your court date approaching. When certain relationships or situations suddenly feel uncomfortable, that's often spiritual preparation for the accounting to come. These moments of awakening conscience are heaven's bailiffs delivering your summons. Notice them, respect them, and act on what they're showing you. Remember, you're not facing this divine courtroom alone. God has provided spiritual advocates, ready to stand beside you during this process. Around you gathers a team of heavenly helpers working to ensure you receive both justice and mercy during your hearing. This warning about the court summons is designed to help you prepare effectively, and every aspect of this divine legal process operates under perfect spiritual law. Feel grateful for this early notification, for it demonstrates how valued you are in heaven's eyes. Each step you take to prepare brings you closer to a favorable verdict in your case. Even in the most solemn judgment, divine love remains the foundation of the court's operation. Nothing can separate you from God's love, not even standing trial, in the biggest court in existence. This divine summons, while serious, comes wrapped in compassion for your soul and concern for your eternal welfare. The judge knows the weakness of human nature and considers this in every case. Divine timing, heaven's perfect legal calendar, is operating in your situation right now. When you receive a court summons at exactly the moment when your heart is ready to respond, that's sacred judicial timing at work. These moments reveal your connection to God's larger legal plan, showing you're being processed through the divine court system with perfect precision. As the signs of your summons become clearer, let them strengthen your resolve to prepare. Each confirmation shows the heavenly court is carefully managing your case with divine attention to detail. Pay attention to these legal notices and appreciate their perfect timing. They aren't random spiritual experiences, they're official communications from the highest court, delivered exactly when you need them. Keep your heart receptive to heaven's legal counsel. The more you acknowledge and respond to these divine court notices, the better prepared you'll be when your case is called. Nothing in this summons process is accidental. Every detail unfolds according to perfect heavenly procedure. Just as you receive these urgent messages about heaven's court proceedings, your support helps us continue sharing similar warnings with others who don't know they've been summoned. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these critical divine legal notices to reach those whose names are also on heaven's list. As you prepare for your divine court appearance, believe that this legal process can lead to complete spiritual freedom. Just like gold becomes pure when passed through fire, your soul emerges cleansed when you honestly account for everything before the heavenly judge. God arranges these court proceedings perfectly, knowing exactly when you're ready to face what needs correction in your life. Focus on absolute truthfulness in your spiritual preparation, because honesty is what carries the most weight in this divine courtroom. When you approach the throne with genuine repentance and keep your heart open to correction, remarkable spiritual transformation begins inside you. Burdens you've carried for years can be lifted in a moment of divine legal pardon. Every step you take toward full disclosure of your spiritual debts brings you closer to a verdict of mercy rather than judgment. The heavenly court values sincerity above all else. Your honest admission of wrongdoing carries more legal weight than any defense or excuse. Your relationship with divine truth becomes your strongest position when standing before the ultimate judge. As you prepare for your divine court appearance, make it a habit to declare daily, "I stand cleansed and forgiven before the heavenly court." Speak these words with complete trust in divine mercy. This simple practice builds a spiritual legal standing that strengthens your position when judgment comes. When fear about judgment creeps in, or when your past mistakes seem too great for pardon, pause for a moment. Use this time to quiet your anxious thoughts and connect with the divine advocate who stands ready to plead your case. Trust that the judge of all creation is working for your highest good, and begin each day by acknowledging both your need for mercy and your gratitude for heaven's perfect justice. When you align your heart with truth and humility, you create spiritual legal grounds for divine leniency. Practice daily spiritual review, promptly addressing any new violations of heavenly law. Maintain regular prayers of confession, leaving nothing hidden that could surprise you in court. Your spiritual practices now become your legal preparation for standing before the throne, determining whether you face your case with confidence or fear. During this time of preparation for divine judgment, you're not just securing your own verdict, but also becoming someone who can warn others about their coming court appearance. This experience offers you a sacred opportunity to help others prepare for their own day of accountability. Each conversation becomes a chance to gently alert those who don't realize their names are also on heaven's docket. As you pray about your own case and connect with divine truth, remember to look around for those living unaware of pending spiritual judgment. Your understanding can help others recognize the signs of their own summons. Your testimony about taking spiritual inventory can inspire those who need to address their own unresolved matters. Use your awareness to bring light to someone else's spiritual blindness about coming accountability. Embrace each day as a chance to extend heaven's mercy to others, helping them understand the seriousness of divine judgment and the availability of divine pardon. In this spiritual legal process, we support one another through prayer and truth-telling, creating a community that stands ready when the court calls our names. In closing, as we prepare for this divine court appearance and whatever verdict it brings, let's move forward with courage and readiness. Be prepared to stand before perfect justice with a heart made transparent through honest self-examination. Trust in heaven's perfect legal system and in God's desire for your ultimate reconciliation. You are on a path toward spiritual clearing, surrounded by divine help at every step. Keep declaring, "I stand cleansed and forgiven before the heavenly court," and watch as divine mercy transforms what could have been condemnation into an opportunity for new beginning. Your summons, while sobering, can become the greatest blessing your soul has ever received. If this message has helped prepare your spirit for divine judgment, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more heavenly warnings. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a divine legal notice meant for your protection. When you share this message, you extend heaven's mercy to others who don't know they've been summoned. Each person who receives this warning through you becomes part of your spiritual legacy of compassion. Dear Lord, please give us courage to face your perfect judgment and the wisdom to prepare our hearts while there's still time. Amen. If this message has awakened your spirit to pending divine judgment, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue delivering heaven's urgent legal notices to souls who need them. Please share in the comments what spiritual topics or divine warnings you'd like to hear in our next video. Your suggestions help us bring you the guidance you need most.